Hi crafty friends, I hope you're all keeping well. Today I want to make a nice quick little card with you using a beautiful new stamp set that I purchased called SweetPeas. Now look at this friends, how absolutely gorgeous is this? I can't wait to create with you today and show you just a few of the elements, the stamped elements that we have on this beautiful stamp set. So I'm sure you'll be seeing me creating lots and lots with this stamp set in coming months because I absolutely love it. It is just so cute. In fact, I can't wait to find a baby to send it to as well. Not that I'll be posting things to random babies, but you know what I mean, friends. Here we go. So let's hop on over and do some creating. So I have recently been inspired to use coloured cardstock as my card bases. It's not something that I'm used to doing. Close to my heart, we had our own pre-made card kits. Stampin' Up doesn't have the same size, so I just want to make my own coloured card kits, and I'm experimenting with that that technique, I guess. So first of all, I cut a card base and I cut out 8.5 by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to turn it around and score at I'm going to score at 4.25. Now crafty friends, the problem is that this trimmer comes with a score tool. I've lost it. I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to get my bone folder and just make a bit of just a very light score mark. Can you see that in there in the thing? And then that will help me fold the actual card over. I'm going to use the light side of what is it called, Acorn. So it's the lighter side of Acorn, which is a close to my heart color. I'm using up the stock that I already have, but the closest color that Stampin' Up has would be crumb cake, and that's why that was the kind of comparison that I wanted. So if you like this and you want to order similar supplies, I would order cake crumb. That will go best with that. Now the next thing I need is to adhere a little base panel on, and I'm using the Country Woods paper pack, DSP. I'm just still trying to get my terminology correct, friends. It's when you've been with Close to My Heart for 11 years and then you move over to Stampin' Up, you get a few things mixed up, so please forgive me. So we'll turn over the DSP and we will adhere that onto the acorn or the cake crumb, whichever you have decided to use. There you go. And that leaves a lovely base for us. So we're going to stamp the images now, and how absolutely beautiful are these images. They just make me so happy. So we want, the stamps don't come like this. I have adhered them to my stamp case. So I want this little cutie, I want a leaf, I want another leaf, and I want a sentiment, a happy birthday. So that's what I want, and I will pop the rest over here. So I'm going to firstly stamp this leaf, and I'm going to stamp it in the Memento black ink because we're going to be colouring with alcohol inks, and when you do that you need a colour fast black, and the Memento ink does that. I like to turn my stamp pad upside down to get enough, but also you could do it that way as well. So either way works, and I'm just looking, I'm thinking that that will be fine. So there we go. I've already used this stamp a few times, so just press down, hold, and then voila, we have a beautiful impression. So we've got the leaves and then I've got this stamp block. I don't need that size anymore. When I'm stamping, I always try and get the blocks closest to the image size, just so that it makes maneuvering the stamp around and stamping it a lot easier. So we've got this little cutie pie that I'm just so in love with, friends, absolutely in love with. There we go, beautiful impression. Again, these stamps, they leave the best impression, they really do. And then we've got a little tiny leaf here, leaf cluster, here we go. Isn't that beautiful? The impression is just so crisp. Excuse me while I have something to drink. I've still got that itchy throat, and I have forgotten to take a cough lolly. So let's hope I can get through this process without coughing. So the last little thing I want to stamp, because I want to stamp everything and then move it out of the way, and then I want to get rid of the stamp pad. But I've actually remembered there's another colour that I want to bring in. Now I can't remember what colour this is, but it's New England Ivy in Close to My Heart, and I will pop in the comments the colour that Stampin' Up has, and it's almost identical, let me tell you. And I've been using it all day with another project, and I just can't remember. So I'm going to stamp this sentiment here on the bottom of just a thin cut. I found a little tag shape in my stash, and that's what I want to lay the images on to make a really beautiful card. So there we go, we're all done. We've got our stamping done. I have that. So what I want to do first is to adhere this to the base, so that then that shows me where I can lay my images. Here we go, friends. And I'm going to pop this in the middle, and even though I know that ink's dry, I'm not going to touch it. I don't want to risk it, because I'd have already adhered it to the card base. Let's do some colouring, friends. Any colouring medium that you happen to have at the moment or like. I have pencils, I have all sorts of things, and I even have the new markers from Stampin' Up. I have a few of those colours, but at the moment I don't have these ones, so I'm going to use light yellow blend, tan shades, and alpine green blend, which are the tri-blend markers that I got from Close to My Heart. So I'm going to start with the alpine green blend, and I'm going to do that on the big leaves. So we just want to quickly colour in, and I'm not being too fussy about this. It's a handmade card after all, friends, and we don't have to be perfect. We just have to have fun enjoying them and have fun giving them, and hopefully the people that we give them to enjoy our cards as much as we enjoy making them. Here you go. These markers, oops, I've just gone over the edge there, but we'll forget that. We'll pretend I haven't. These markers are so easy to colour with. Now then I also want the mid one of the yellow light blend. So we're going to go here, and we're going to pop that in there, and that sort of adds the yellow, that ties in the yellowish tones that I've got going on the papers on the card. Here you go, nearly done. 3 leaves. How quick was that? Then I'm going to add the tri-blend markers, the green, and I'm just going to quickly go around the bottom stamped image of this little sweet pea. Oh, this little pea is so gorgeous. He's one of the cutest stamps I have bought in a long time. There you go, that's it, that's done, that is it. Now we want the light side, and and just sort of colour in this shell. I'm not going for realism here. Of course, a pea shell would be green, but I just wanted to add a bit of brown. Add it round here. There you go, friends. I'm not doing it too perfectly. I just don't want to go over the edge too much on that section. And there we go, on the face. There we go. At the end of the day, friends, it's your colouring, it's your card, and it's your gift to your friend. And I've just seen a tiny little bit of the green that I haven't coloured in. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to use the snips from Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to quickly fussy cut these images. Fussy cutting doesn't need to be that hard. You just move the cardstock rather than the scissors, and you can quickly and easily cut the images. Lots of people absolutely hate fussy cutting, or they absolutely love it. It's quite a divisive subject, and some people won't even buy stamped images that don't have the matching dies, and I think most of Stampin' Up images do have the matching dies, but I don't always buy them because, to be honest, I don't use them all the time. I am a fan of fussy cutting, so I will buy die sets if they have extra dies in there that are extra to the images, stamped images, if that makes sense. And Stampin' Up does that quite a lot. They'll have banners and different shapes and all sorts of things on their dies, not just to match the stamped images. So to me, in my mind, that makes a thin cut or a die bundle, makes it a lot more value for money, so I will buy that. But this one here, I felt I didn't need to buy the die bundle because these little images are so easy to cut out. There we go. And I know that this one's going to be tucked in under the edge anyway. So let's go to this little cutie pie, and we'll just, I'm trying to angle this up to the camera so that you can see me cut it out, friends. There we go. So can you see how I'm actually moving the paper and not the glass? This is my scissors hand, and that is actually completely still. I'm not moving that at all, and I'm just turning the paper around. And it's so easy, friends, and I'm actually talking to you and cutting, which if you know me, you know that talking and doing something at the same time is not my strong suit. You should have seen me in my exercise class this morning. I was great when I was doing the things that I had to do for my legs, but then when I added the arms on, do you think I could coordinate what my arms were doing and my legs were doing? No. I'm not a very coordinated person, that's for sure. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but it was a little bit of a challenge, and I always have to laugh at myself, but I give it my best shot, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a deep water running class. I had problems with my knees, so to be able to get my heart rate up for 45 minutes, work my legs like mad, and run in the water with a belt that buoyed me up was absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed it so much. I will certainly be doing that class again. It was a great way to start the day, and it didn't have any negative impact on my body, which I really enjoyed. Okay, so I have waffled on for a little while, and I've almost finished fussy cutting this little leaf out. So I have finished all the elements here, friends, and we've had a little bit of a waffle along as well. So I need some dimensionals, which I don't have. So I'm going to use what I do have, which is a couple of 3D foam dots. Okay, I do have dimensionals, but I think I've run out of them. I always like to keep that kind of thing on hand, but when you're building up your stock with a different company, You can't buy everything at once. And I've used so many projects with the dimensionals. They've been so good that I've actually run out. So I'm just adding some adhesive to the top of that. Okay, so what's happened there is, because I've coloured in, no, that's not allowing me to do that. I don't know what's happened there, friends. I don't know why that's not worked. So let's go to plan B. It's just the adhesive is actually ripping off the back of my cardstock, and I think it's because the marker has actually torn away a section. So anyway, there's always a way that we can fix something. That's what I love about crafting. There are no mistakes, there are just alterations. So I want that one there. I'm going to sort of put my little, here we go craft friends. I want my little buddy, I want him to go there, and so I'm going to put my little leaf there. Okay, and we just need a couple of more things, and just hold on a second, friends. Of course, I forgot to bring out these beautiful, what are they called? Adhesive back sparkler gems. As you can see, I have already used those in another project. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I want one of the bigger ones. I'm going to pop up there, and then a couple of the little ones here. I'm absolutely loving this, friends. Who would you give this card to? Fantastic. How do you like this card, friends? It is simple but very, very sweet. So check out the comments for all of the products that I have used. Also, my online store is there. You could put a piece of white card in the middle if you don't want to just write on the coloured card, but I'm loving that. Hope you enjoyed it too, crafty friends. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.